Monsters, Book 3. Meet Mr. Hydeous. Chapter 1. Practice. I'm never going to be able to ice climb fast enough to win the competition, Mumford muttered, especially without using my monster powers. The young boy, wrapped head to toe in mummy bandages, was scaling a 20-foot-high fake ice climbing wall made of plastic foam. He used his twin pick-like ice axes as extensions of his arms. He settled the two sharp points at the front of his left crampon, the spiked metal frame strapped to the bottom of his foot into a tiny ridge in the wall, and levered himself up. With his right hand, he pulled the ice axe from the plastic wall, reached up, and slammed it into a hole a bit higher up. Then he stepped up with his right crampon and swung the left ice axe. Normally, Mumford controlled the ends of his bandages so that they moved like tentacles, but he was wearing a power neutralizer wristband that blocked his special abilities. He would wear the same band when he competed against human climbers at the Noah's Vale Winter Youth Extreme Games. "Keep going, Mum-Man. You're more than halfway to the top," called his friend Steiner from below. "Doc said climbing should be easier on real ice." The large, green-skinned boy with a square head and a scar across his forehead leaned casually against the bottom of the wall. Steiner was acting as Mumford's belayer, holding on to the rope attached to Mumford's harness in case he fell. As Mumford neared the top of the wall, his teammates Jinx and Wulf zipped onto the patio on inline skates. Jinx's pet bat, Bela, perched proudly on the top of her helmet. The young witch and her werewolf buddy lived across town on the same street as Val, their team leader. The team, known throughout the Extreme Team Sports League as the Extreme Monsters, usually met in Val's garage. But Doc, their coach and all-around technical wizard, had created a winter sports practice area in his huge backyard. The Extreme Monsters were meeting there until the winter games were over. Jinx called up to Mumford. "Good job, Mumphy. Just a few more feet and you'll be at the top." She gave Steiner a grinning thumbs up to thank him for watching the younger boy so carefully. "Where's Val?" Steiner asked. Jinx shrugged. "He had a debate club after school. He's captain of that team too." "Practicing for the winter games is more important than a stupid debate team," muttered Wulf. "Debating is just organized arguing." Jinx rolled her eyes. "And you can do that too, without any practice at all." Wulf grinned. "Dudette, I practice that particular skill all the time." Brown fur flying, Wulf zipped toward the zigzag chute where he and Steiner trained for the new crash dice event. "This slalom is awesome. Doc totally rocks," said Wulf as he pulled off his inlines and reached for his ice skates. "I won't debate that," Jinx grinned. "Hey Steiner, you coming?" Wulf shouted. "In a minute," Steiner called back. At the Winter Games, Wulf would be wearing ice skates instead of his usual inline skates. And Steiner, whose specialty was BMX motocross, had decided to skate the crash dice event as well. Jinx wasn't entered in that event.
Street luge was usually her favorite sport, but at the Winter Games, she would rocket downhill face up on a tray-sized ice luge, crashing feet first down the snaking ice track at 70 miles an hour. Jinx looked from Wulf to Steiner. Skating the practice run was exciting. She pulled out her wand and waved it at her feet.
Though rolling can be awfully nice, change my skates to blades of ice.
In a blink, Jinx's rollerblades were transformed.
Hey, Wulf, she shouted. Race you to the bottom.
She'd do it just once, she told herself. After that, Steiner could practice with Wulf and she'd take over belaying and protecting Mumford with her magic.
Almost there,
Mumford thought, as he reached toward a dark spot on the climbing wall. At the real event, to stop the timer, he'd have to touch a spot called the finish point with his axe. Just another foot and a large dark shape swooped down over him.
Yipes!
Cried Mumford, jerking back and missing his swing. Mumford's crampons and left axe slid off the fake ice, causing him to tumble backwards through the air. Steiner dropped the belaying rope and caught Mumford in his super strong arms. Val, the young half-vampire, touched down beside them. His blue face was pale with fright.
Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to scare you, my man. Are you alright?
I'm okay, said Mumford.
I slipped, that's all. I'm really sorry.
Mumford tried hard to be as good at extreme sports as the others, but he just wasn't. He was the youngest and the smallest. The others were good. So good he was scared he'd never catch up. What if he lost the ice climbing event and the others kicked him off the team? What if they wouldn't be his friends anymore? What if... Val looked at Mumford's worried face.
Mum, man, it wasn't your fault. It was mine. You were doing great till I flew over. I was late and I wasn't thinking. I'm just glad Steiner was there to catch you.
Mumford glanced up at the team leader. Val hadn't blamed Mumford for falling, and Steiner wasn't blaming him either. They were being so cool.
I'll practice harder,
Mumford said to himself.
I'll win the ice climb if I can. I'll make them proud of me.
It's not my fault. The voice came through the open kitchen window, loud and sulky.
I didn't do it. Steiner left the milk out on the counter, not me. Or maybe it was that mummy kid who's sleeping over.
Wulf quickly turned both feet to one side in a hockey stop, and Jinx pulled up alongside him, dragging one foot behind her in a T-stop. As they reached the slalom's base, Steiner's head jerked toward the window. He frowned.
I didn't leave the milk out.
Steiner, who had no parents, lived with Doc in Doc's sprawling house. The whole team knew Steiner was always super conscientious. It was one of the ways he tried to thank Doc for giving him a home.
Of course not,
Jinx muttered indignantly.
You always put stuff away. You're a worse neat freak than I am.
Mumford folded his arms.
And I didn't even have any milk. Who's the whiny jerk?
Wulf said, motioning toward the back of the house with his head. Steiner shrugged.
That's Doc's nephew, Gerald. He's staying here too, while his parents are out of town. Supposedly he's smart like Doc, but...
Steiner sighed.
Come on, Doc wants you to meet him.